Did Peter Obi surprise you?
Peter Obi did surprise me.
Because why didn't your update? I was okay, Peter Obi must have surprised Sam Omatseye by the time the results started coming out.
It surprised me, but I'm not surprised that he lost.
So how did it surprise you?
It surprised me that he got as many votes as he did, but I knew he was going to get the whole of the most of the votes in the East and a lot from Niger Delta. It was very clear for me that he was going to get a lot of votes from East and part of Niger Delta, and even from parts of the Middle Belt. I knew he was going to get and Southern Kaduna because of his weaponization of religion. He weaponized religion and tribe. His election, his candidacy is one of the most divisive elections, candidacies in Nigerian history.
Why did you say that?
Yeah, because he weaponized tribe, he weaponized faith.
You know, your article obituary,
yes,
caused a scare, and the reaction wasn't too favorable to you, right?
Yes, I didn't like it.
You didn't like the reaction?
I didn't even expect it.
So let's look at that article. It is one article I want to examine keenly in this interview.
Right.
You titled it Obituary. Why obituary?
It's a play on words. I'm a poet. I was saying, and I put it there because people did not want to read it. Even there's a prominent Nigerian who did not even read it, just saw the title and went berserk. I said it was the obituary of his candidacy. So when I say I expected him to lose, that's what I meant.
The answer is before our eyes. The Biafran babblers are alive and well. They just swapped icons, rechristened the shrines, and rewrote the rite. You write well.
Thank you.
They left the prophet for a secular priest. They've had a switch of battle gear. What was it about the Biafrans that you were not comfortable with? Because you used the word Biafrans more than 3 times here.
The closest Biafrans, yes. I wrote a novel based on
on the wall.
On the wall, Biafra. My name is Okoro.
This is the book.
Yes.
My name is Okoro, a novel.
Yes.
By Sam Omatseye. It's about the war.
About the civil war, yes.
Go on.
And I feel like what the IPOB and the so-called followers of Nnamdi Kanu were doing was an act of hypocrisy. They were for Biafra, for the country to split, for Biafra to go its way. Then suddenly they had Peter Obi, and then they abandoned Nnamdi Kanu and diverted all their attention. Now, so suddenly they became interested in Nigeria and to take it over.
Are you saying the IPOBians became obedient?
They became obedient. They were the roots.
Are you sure?
They were the roots. Let's not kid ourselves. They were the soldiers. That's why I said they abandoned their prophet for a secular priest.
Remember, obedience were spread nationwide.
Yeah. It says that's why they were the roots. They were the roots. It began as an ethnic agitation, then they brought religion into it because once Ashiwaju picked Kashim Shettima as his running mate, it became easy for them to say, oh, Obi now will now take Christians, because Atiku couldn't do that. Obi now took the Christians to his side. They said that, no, and he said he was going from church to church. Nobody can deny that. He became a Christian pilgrim every Sunday. He will go to Winners Chapel today. He will go to Redeem tomorrow. He will go to that man who predicted and immediately went to jail himself, and the one who said that even though after he had won the election that he will not Eneche said if he won the election he will not even be sworn in, and then he was sworn in. They were all proven to be false prophets, but he was behind all of them. Oyedepo and all of them, they were all behind him because he won the yes daddy thing. They were all behind him. Even the ones who were not behind him, who could not talk, who supported Tinubu, could not talk. They all became, how will I call them? Dead from the neck up. That was what happened.
You said he is therefore using religion as a bait.
Yes.
He is now on a weekly pilgrimage to churches. Jonathan did the same. The pastors, ever opportunistic, see him as a darling. The pastors, ever opportunistic. What does that mean?
You see, the pastors were using it as an opportunity to rally their churches, to bring their people together. A governor told me that during the election, I won't mention the governor, he said, a woman who had been one of their favorite, an older woman, used to accompany them on election day to vote. He said that day of the election, they didn't see this woman. So they started to look for this woman. And then the woman said, no, governor, we not go, let's make we not follow you for church. Church say, make we vote, it's an illiterate. That place where one way family there, say now that one make we vote for. So the churches were in on it. They were trying to turn the church into a political machine. The church is not supposed to do that. What did Jesus say? Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then will my servants fight. But my kingdom is not from hence.
How?
So, Jesus said it.
Yeah, that's, so explain. How does
what
that?
What it means is that as Christians, you can pursue values, but you're not supposed to pursue partisanship.
How?
You can do that by saying,
Oluremi Tinubu is a pastor.
He's a pastor. Yes.
Is she not partisan?
She's partisan. But it's not her duty to be partisan.
But she's partisan.
She's partisan. She has a right to support her husband.
Are you not a Christian?
I'm a Christian.
And you love Tinubu?
I love Tinubu. Tinubu is a Muslim.
But you are.
But I'm not a Christian partisan.
No, but you are partisan.
Yes, I'm not a Christian partisan.
But you are partisan.
I'm a human partisan.
But you are partisan.
I'm a partisan. Everybody, a Christian can be partisan.
The pastor,
but not Christian partisan.
The pastor can be partisan.
If the pastor is partisan, that is not his duty on the pulpit.
So are you saying
that is a private decision?
Mr. Omatseye, are you saying the church can sit back and watch as the polity crashes, as the nation falls, the church cannot intervene, or the mosque cannot intervene?
The church and the mosque, their duty is to tell us the way forward, not in politics.
They have told you the way forward.
No, the way forward is not in picking candidates. No, when you pick a candidate, you become partisan.
Partisan is not the same. Is it the same?
Partisanship is not Christian in the way it is practiced. It is done in the US. In the US, they become partisan. They are partisan in the US. And there are some people who are rising against it. During the time of Hitler, the church was behind Hitler. Have you heard of the bomb former? I will have brought a book to you if we're going to talk about it. The bomb former episode. There was one man, bomb former, who said that the church had derailed by standing behind Hitler. They killed him.
Was Jesus not political?
Jesus was political, but was not partisan.
No. Was Jesus not political?
It was political. I'm not saying the church should not be political, but should not be partisan.
No, what is the difference between political and partisan?
No, there's difference.
Okay.
Let me explain to you.
All right.
When you say they should, the church, when you are going to the church, you say, you people should vote according to your conscience. Vote for the people who pursue Christian values. It's good. In Germany, you have the Christian Party, which is conservative.
And you agree with that?
It's conservative.
Vote for the candidate that we pursue Christian values.
You can say so. You can say so. Don't go beyond that.
Okay, did the church say vote Obi?
Many of them said it.
Huh?
Many of them brought Obi to their pulpit to start teaching, talking to the people.
Did they stop
Did
people from coming?
Did they invite him? They invite him.
Did they stop?
They didn't invite him.
They didn't invite
They
him.
disinvited him. They didn't invite him.
Did they invite Tinubu?
They didn't.
If they had invited him,
Let me tell you one thing. One thing you should know.
Tinubu went
Before
to the mosque.
Tinubu ran for president,
Yeah.
the influence Tinubu had with churches, Obi didn't have a quarter of it.
So what happened towards the election?
It
How
is-
did they
it
lose
is-
that influence?
Because he picked a Muslim candidate to be his running mate. They suddenly forgot that this man had been a great supporter of our churches. He introduced, before anybody did, the idea of turning schools back to missions. He was Muslim then as governor. This governor did it before him. He turned the schools back to the missions. He did it. If he was a big God, will you do that? You said the wife is a pastor.
Is she not?
Yeah, he's a pastor. Did they see that? So there was something more than just God in turning against him.
But you agree that politics is about numbers.
Yes, it's about numbers.
And if the number is in the church, I should go there, right? If the number is in the church, I should go there.
I think you're supporting what I said, that he weaponized the church.
How was he able to get the church? How was he able to get the church?
Because he told them that Tinubu was going to Islamize Nigeria. And some people have this hang up about, some Christians have this hang up about Muslims trying to take over their country. And that you can do so by simply putting a vice president in making it a Muslim. Even though the man has been there doing it for you. Every first week in January, there's always a service in Lagos State. A church service. Who started it? It started when Tinubu was president. He didn't come to hold a Muslim service. It was church service. And then suddenly you say this man wants to Islamize. He has proven them wrong now. That's why the power of Obi has been mitigated, because he has proven that this man did not come up with any kind of eschatological doctrine.